Hey guys, welcome back to Mo the Taropist. This is your girl Mo, and today's message is for the collective September 9th, 2025. And I am using the deck, the Mystical Shaman Oracle. Starting with the numbers that came up, we had 811, 711, 1111, 56, and 38. Excuse me. And the chakras that were very prevalent, and I'm going to add a couple here, the root and sacral chakra. But the mystical shaman card also has blues and green, so that connects me to the throat and the heart chakra. So making sure that not only are you grounded in who you are, how you feel about yourself, but you're also connected into your spirit and your soul, so you can find your calling, your purpose, and the desire as to where you want to be in life, where you're going. The eagle spirit came up. With the eagle spirit is talking big picture, seeing the land far and wide. So seeing where you're going far and wide, not looking at today, not looking at tomorrow, but looking at the big picture. Like, for example, I am a teacher. I was previously a teacher before running my own in-home preschool. And so I, since a child, since kindergarten, honestly, I knew I wanted to be a teacher. Knowing that going through school, anytime I got frustrated, overwhelmed, it was hard, I didn't want to do it. It was a reminder, okay, but you want to be a teacher. And to be a teacher, you need to do what? And so therefore that made me take a step back. And I was using the eagle spirit and seeing the full picture. I was soaring above where I currently was in kindergarten, okay? So then you have the buffalo spirit or bison spirit. I know people say they're not the same thing, but in my mind, they're like the same thing. So they are both very sturdy, strong animals, but they're animals that can feed a lot of people, right? Because of their meat. I hear it's a unique taste. I'm not a big meat person, so I won't try any meat outside of chicken and beef, and pork is iffy because the thing, yeah. Anyways, back on topic. So, anyways, making sure you're grounded. That's the buffalo bison spirit. They're grounded to Mother Earth. They know when something is off, something's array, and they know when to seek shelter because they are so attuned to Mother Earth. Now, sorry about that. I was summoned. Anyways, forgot where I was in my conversation with you. Okay, so we were originally talking about the chakras, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the throat, and the heart chakra. With the root chakra, I was talking about being grounded, connected, and that was the connection to the buffalo bison spirit animal. There is some purple here that could connect with the eagle spirit, which would be connected to the crown chakra. And this crown chakra is the piece of our aura, our body that is aligned with spirit. And some people in the aura will show more purple. This card does have a slight purple hue at the bottom. I will post pictures with this voiceover. So the main screen is the cards I'm looking at. Anyways, you can see it in the Thunder card where there's some purple underneath the bison spirit with some of that teal, blue, turquoisey, green color that makes me think of the heart chakra, but also the throat chakra. So there's a need to be firm in what you believe in. Your spiritual practices need to be firm, grounded and steady for you to move forward in this next chapter of life. You need to be able to embrace your fears is coming out, as well as allow yourself to be wild. Specifically, wild child came out, and I just had this urge to deep breath in and exhale slow. So some of you guys may be running very rampant, very all over the place, very which way, okay? Like this way, then that way. Also the term or phrase, a chicken with your head cut off, okay? You're just running around all about, you're bruising yourself. Okay, this made me think of what my mom told me about my grandma. My grandma was old, okay, born in 1932. So when she was raising my mom, okay, it was like in the 50s, okay? So my grandmother would cut the heads off of chickens, but she always ensured to put a bucket underneath to catch the body of the chicken to make sure the chicken can't run around and bruise up the meat. So in essence, I feel like you are the chicken and slash lizard. Like I feel like spirit is trying to cut off this old chapter of yourself. But if he does it, it's reprogramming you. So you're going to be running around like a chicken with its head cut off. So you have been in isolation. You have been working on rooting yourself in a new environment in a way that and that's the bucket part, right, of the metaphor. And so, and you're rooted in this bucket, you're rooted in this new way of life. So once spirit finally chops off these pieces that no longer serve you, you can regrow them. And now my brain's imagining this chicken regrowing its head. Anyways, so you can regrow these pieces of you, and this is going to help you embrace your fears. All right. So remember when I started this, I was talking about angel numbers 811 and 711. 811 adds up to 10, 711 adds up to 9. So 9, 10, this order, the sequence order is going forward. You're moving forward in something. Okay, so I'm reading my notes. With this root chakra grounding, this is going to help you embrace your truth, and in turn, you're going to be able to speak from your heart. Your truth is going to come out from the heart in a more um, vocal manner. I don't know what that means for you, but for me, what I'm visualizing, what I'm feeling is you no longer hold back. If something is bothering you, you say something. If you like something, you say it. If you think somebody is cute, you're saying it. Like you're no longer hiding, you're embracing the fears of like failure in a sense, rejection. And you may be looking at these instances as a new lesson or a way for you to embrace certain things. Also, something that came up that I am being drawn to is your words are spells crafting your future. So there are things that you are saying that is crafting the future of this is going to be a bit dramatic, but of tomorrow. But it could even be of the future of next week. Be careful of what you say because some things can really happen quite literally overnight or happen to you very unexpectedly, which we also have the Tower and the Thunder card speaks about warnings. There is something that is trying to be alerted to you. It's trying to grab your attention. I also keep being drawn back to this, and I kept saying, no, I'm going to brush it off for later. I'm going to go in sequential order, but it's drawn me back in again as a grown woman or man, you feel you cannot connect with being in your inner child, or you feel like you can't connect with the child version of yourself. And I feel like that's strongly connected to trauma. And for whatever reason, I feel this urge to cry. And I was not sad before I started this reading. So you You could be attached or connected to this part of you, this innocent part of you. Could even be an innocent part of you that was taken from you without your proper consent. Whatever that may be for you, because there's a couple of different versions I'm thinking in my head that could be without your consent, but whatever resonates with you. And then it is time to be one with her or him. So being one with your inner child, being one with whom you are. That inner child, though those things may bring you pain to whatever extent, from a pain scale of 1 to 55 billion, it doesn't matter to me, to whatever extent that trauma is hurting you today, that part of you, that child of you, that younger version of you, and it doesn't even have to be limited to like an 8, 9 year old, but I'm being more connected to like your 9, 10, 12 year old, 13, maybe 16 through 18. But I'm also being connected to the young adults, 20, 21, 22. If any of that resonates with you, there are warnings being shown to you in the way that you embrace your fears, being shown to you in the way you put out in the world despite what you've been through. You are ultimately the magician of your life. So even though you were dealt a hand of cards, you are magic, baby. You are magic, and I have chills all on my face right now. You are magic, and you create what you want. So, yeah, you might have a bummy ass hand of cards, but you can pick out those bummy ass cards, throw them out. They may not make you win this round, but you draw 3 more cards, and bam, those 3 more cards you drew just pushed you, propelled you forward, because they were a much better dealing. They gave you more standing. They gave you more authority. They gave you more security. It could even be people. These people gave you more understanding. And now I'm being drawn to my note that says, say no to the drama, yours and others. And that came from the mystical shaman card. The mystical shaman is telling you to worry about yourself. Hermit, I did speak about the hermit mode, being one with yourself, being connected to yourself. You can create a fresh beginning for yourself on your own. Like I said, your words are spells. Journal a little bit about your dreams. Date it. So when your dreams come true, you can be like, oh, shit, I wrote that down 3 months ago. Damn, I didn't know I was that powerful. Baby, you are. And don't forget it, okay? The last important note, and then we're going to end with your slogan, is detach. Attachment is not allowed in your new chapter. Detach. So if you feel like you can't live without something, detach from it. I'm going to be honest right now. Coffee. I love me some coffee in the morning. I feel like I can't live without it in the mornings, okay? I just need at least 1 cup, just a few sips. Sometimes I don't even need the whole cup of coffee. I just want a little taste, okay? But once I detach from that, I'm going to be able to save money in a different form or fashion, or even just going to buy coffee. Sometimes I love the idea of just getting in my car. Ooh, I'm going somewhere. I need to go get me a coffee. And sometimes I don't need to do that. So learning to detach from that is going to allow me to save more money for my new financial chapter, right? And something else, another example I have, not necessarily about me, but something I've seen working with children and in the early childhood industry and just teaching in general, detaching from the way you used to do things or the way you were brought up as a child, so you can do things differently. For some people, that's really easy. For other people, that's not. And so I bring this up because I intentionally, energetically want to try and connect with more mothers, fathers alike, if you guys are interested. I feel like most dads aren't vibing with this, but if you are a dad vibing with this, please let me know in the comment section. If you're not, though, it's okay because, like I said, I feel like I'm trying to intentionally call in some mothers, okay? Some mothers in here. And if you're a mother, please let me know down in the comment section. Um, but it's important to detach away from those old cycles, especially if those aren't cycles that you really enjoyed as a kid. Why would you want to put that back on your child, right? Why would you want to put that energy, that fear, that vibe around your child's childhood? If you didn't look back on it in a good way, what makes you think your child would? They wouldn't. And even if you're a mom of older children, you could apply that in that sense too. Because some older children change the way they like to be addressed as they get older, or like to feel connected in different ways than they did when they were a child. So it's still going to be up to both of you guys collectively to open up to one another in order to build that kind of connection. And with that, because nap time's almost over and my children are over here beefing it. Why? I don't know. Dad already tried to take care of it one time and it ain't work. So, your slogan that I'm ending you with, because it ended me when I heard it when I was finishing up my notes: YOLO. And aging myself back into high school, but you only live once. And while that may be cliche Drake, I was vibing with him though. Back in my high school era, vibing with me some Drake. Now, he ain't really my vibe, and that's okay. That's okay. He could vibe away over there. But YOLO, you only live once. So make sure each day is the day that you wanted it to be. Make sure you're living your life with creativity, positivity, enjoyment, because your new creative ventures are coming clearer to you and it's going to be illuminated. So remember that, YOLO, because you do only live once. So you're only going to get this opportunity one time. It might come back around, but what are the chances? Would you want to risk that? I hope this lesson, there might be a lesson in there for you, but that's not what I was trying to say. I hope this reading resonated with you. And I hope it helped to find you some peace, some clarity, and some confirmation in your heart. And if it did, please drop some yellow and red hearts in the comment section. Ooh, yellow, orange, and red hearts, okay? In the comment section. And if you feel called to swing me a tip, that sounded so inappropriate. Okay, let me change my words. If you feel called to leave me a tip, the information will be down below in the comment section as well. Actually, it'll be in the description box. And then the link to the deck that I use. So if you like the imagery and you're interested in trying your own readings or vibing with yourself to see, because, times be a bit rough. So you might want to do your own readings, and that's okay. By the way, if you are a tarot collector, though, I do recommend this deck because I love the imagery. It's written and presented a little differently, so I would also be interested in hearing and looking and seeing how other people read these cards intuitively before they read the book. But all that information for the deck will be in the description box as well. And I feel like that's it. If you are interested in seeing when I will be doing more vending events, live sales, and live tarot readings, make sure you're following me on Instagram. Also, make sure you have my website saved or bookmarked so you can get the information more swiftly. And the website will also be linked in my description box. Peace, love, and light.